I think, I mean, especially now because of COVID, I don't know, I think, and we've both spoken about this a lot. The world is changing, and especially for people who know have an office job, work from 9 to 5, the world is changing, and I think it's time we actually like start setting boundaries when it comes to like work life balance, you know. And I think that's the beauty of being able to be nomadic, is that we actually do create a little bit more of a balance. But Farhan, I'm not gonna lie, I've told so many people about this website, so many. Like, I mean, you know me, I'm usually very, very
Yeah,
open about the things that I do, but you are very
you're like
one
one
of
of the
the
best
very
ads for trusted house sitters. Sorry to interrupt.
no worries. But what I was trying to say is that you have no idea. Like, I tell people, hey, I live everywhere around the world for free, like anywhere I want. And people are like, oh yeah, that's cool. How do you do it? And I give them all of like the tools, everything, the websites, it's all there. I tell them how to apply, how to do it, how to start off. Um, and most people don't go ahead and do it. They just, you know, they just watch from the sidelines. And you're one of the few people that has actually like listened and gone out of their comfort zone and said, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try. And if it doesn't work out, if I hate it, that's it, you know. But it's trying. And that's what I want to encourage more people to do, to just get out of their comfort zone and try things, you know. You never know if it's gonna fail or not unless you actually give it a try. And most importantly, we I personally am not the kind of person who's gonna die and say, "Oh God, what if I done this or what if I done that?" No, no. Life is too short to be doing things like that. So that's just me. But I wanted to ask you. So, did you feel like it was easy to just, you know, start house sitting? Like, how was the process for you at first? Because I
No,
know you have a website for a long
yeah,
time. So,
yeah, for sure. I would say it was easy in some ways and not easy in others, right? Um, like I don't blame people for, really being in love with the idea, but not finding that they could do it. Now, here's the thing though. I'll say there's two ways to engage in this app. One is just on the side, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna travel to San Francisco because, Cebu and Farhan fucking love this place. And let me try to find a house sit while I'm here, right? And use that as a way to travel. Um, or I'm gonna make this into a lifestyle, right? And travel this way. So I think, definitely for the latter, where you're just trying to do this, there are certain important considerations to take into account. But if you're the former, I believe that the people who've designed the app and the community around it, at least the experience that I have personally had, it's been pretty smooth for the most part, and folks are pretty good. And I think if you consider yourself like an easygoing person who is a relatively good communicator, I think that it's something that it felt pretty easy if I was just trying to do it once or twice. Like if I already have my place and I already have my life, um, please try it. I think I'll say the one trade-off is that in return for a place, you do have to like do some chores, right? Like if the people have like a pet or whatever. But and so if you're trying to like go somewhere and have like 100% of your time devoted to just like sightseeing, then that's something you have to consider, because there will be, I don't know, I haven't done the math yet, but like limited amount of responsibilities, which vary from house sit to house sit, right? And like if you have, dogs, for example, you can't just be gone for 13 hours at a time. You do have to plan your day accordingly.
yes, especially if there's, yeah, dogs involved. So for those of you who don't know, why do people, so house sitting, like I said before, literally means people going away and leaving their house behind and you take care of it. And why do people do this? So a lot of the times there will be pets involved. You have a cat, you want to travel, you don't have anybody to take care of it, you sign up for this platform and someone will come to your house and take care of this pet for you, right? And people who sign up for this platform, there's background checks, they'll check our IDs. Reviews are super important, obviously, like you don't want to just have someone stay in your home if they don't have reviews, you know what I mean? Like some sort of trust system here. But most importantly, a lot of the times, if you were to leave your home, let's say for a couple of weeks, and you hire a security company to look after your home, that's incredibly expensive. And you don't even know if the security company is going to be doing a good job. So what do? You get a house sitter. They stay in your home. All you have to do is cover electricity, water bills, the typical bills that you normally cover. And you know that you have someone staying and sleeping in your home every single night. And so that's why a lot of people use these platforms. So yes, a lot of them, I would say about 90% of them, yes, involve pets, cats and dogs for the most part. But I did a house sit one where all they wanted me to do was check their mail. Literally stay at home and make sure that there was someone there to check the mail, and I had to scan the letters and send them to her. That was it, So it's important to know what kind of responsibilities you want. If you're a dog person and you have no problem staying at home and sticking around every 6 hours to take out the dog, that's fine. Personally, I'm more of a dog person, but lately I've been doing more cat house sits because I want to have a little bit more freedom. So I know that I just feed the cat, spend a little bit of time with it, and just go out and do my thing. But before we go on, because I know you wanted to speak, we've gone to the extremes of actually making this our lifestyle, and I know that a lot of people are not ready for that. So if you wanted to find accommodation for a couple of days in a city that you really want to visit or a country that you really want to visit, you can just go ahead and start applying for house sits there, and you just go for a couple of days and stay there, and that's it. You don't have to make this your lifestyle, but doing it for a few days is a really good way to start.
Yeah. And I see that my friend Beanish just joined. Hi, Beanish. This one's for you, honey. So like this app and house sitting isn't just for people like you and I who are like, looking for house sits, right? So like Beanish has, 4 cats, right? And 4 beautiful cats, right? And basically Beanish has this desire to travel, and as a homeowner and someone with pets, it can get quite expensive to, like Cebu said, hire a security company or like have all of your pets be boarded, right? Like the pet boarding industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, or hiring a house sitter, right, to come to your house and do this. And part of why, I mentioned earlier about the new age cultural renaissance is that this app completely disrupts this whole trend where you've taken money out of the equation. Beanish no longer has to pay anything, right, except for the subscription to the app, to have someone like me who is vetted, right? Like I went through background check, someone who has references, right? I have, 10 references on my profile, somebody who has experience with animals, and somebody who's a professional, right? Like I have my LinkedIn profile where you can see that like I make money of my own and like I can afford to live my own lifestyle. So somebody who's responsible, who's willing to treat your home like it is theirs, right? And to make themselves at home in your home, right? So to treat your family, your non-human family, like it's their family. Because I truly feel like trusted house sitters, it tends to attract, people who are animal lovers, because you have to be one in order to agree to take care of like dogs and cats and stuff like that. And I think this app does a pretty good job of like filtering for that kind. And so, yeah, it's also for homeowners or people with pets who want to travel but have this limitation like Beanish maybe, you know, or somebody else can't afford to travel for 3 months at a time, even though she has a remote job. And so here comes Trusted House Sitters.